Hi, Fanta here with FANTA'S Cuisine. If this is the first time you're joining me, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. On today's menu, we have lasagna. It's going to be lasagna with Alfredo sauce and with the meat sauce as well. So without any further ado, let's cook. My ingredients are, I have my minced meat here. I have my store-bought Alfredo sauce, just 1 jar. My store-bought spaghetti or your pasta sauce, the red sauce, any kind of sauce, any brand will do. One jar of that. I have 2 cheeses. You can use any kind of cheeses you want, really. And for my spices here, I have Italian seasoning, 1 tablespoon, black pepper, 1 teaspoon, salt, 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 red onion chopped up. I only had red onion, that's why I'm using this. If you have red, yellow, you can use anyone. And 1 pack of lasagna. That's all your ingredients you're gonna need. Very simple, just like I said. Now, let's cook. So I went ahead already and I started off with my water. I just put water and I put it to the boil. That's for the lasagna sauce. So my water is boiled. I already added a little bit of olive oil on it. All I'm going to do is just going to drop my lasagna sheets in there. And that's the whole thing I put in there. And I'm going to let that cook. Okay? Now we're going to come over to the sauce. Okay, now we're going to concentrate on the sauce now. I went ahead and I turned on my oven to 375 degrees. That way the oven will be nice and hot by the time I'm done here. And so I'll just put it in the oven. So I have my pot here and I'm just gonna add my 1 tablespoon of olive oil and my onions. I like doing my onions first. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's like, I just want to make sure my onions are really, you know, nice and translucent and all and soft before I add my meat in. I always do that. I always put my onions first. Because for some reason I think when I already put the meat in first and then you put the onions, it will cook, but I mean depending on how long you want it to cook for. It's like you're gonna be chewing raw onions in there, and my kids are not a fan of onions, so I try to make it cook as much just so they kind of don't even taste it in the meal. So that's why I used to like really cooked onions. So I'm just gonna wait for that to go a little bit before I add in my meat. Yes, this is going to be a meat and an Alfredo sauce. It's really good. Just try it and this is a really simple recipe. It's very, very simple. But the taste, I guess it's the Alfredo sauce that gives it like a really, really, really different taste. A lot of people have been asking me for this recipe. I guess now they got it. Because I've been making this for a long time. And so to this now, I'm just going to add in my spices. I'm going to do, of course, my salt, black pepper, and my Italian seasoning. Like I always tell everybody, 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon salt might be good for me, but it might not be good for you. So you can taste it at this point. If you think that you need to add a little bit more, then go ahead. But remember, the cheese has salt in it. Cheese is salty. The Alfredo sauce also has its own salt in that, so don't forget that. Keep that in mind. I just want the red sauce to be, you know, flavorful, because I know, you know, the canned sauces are not usually all that seasoned that well. I'm just gonna wait for this to make sure, you know, I don't see any pink meat. Although it's gonna go in the oven anyway, you know, just to And I'm gonna drain up some oil a little bit because the meat also has some oil in it, so I'm just gonna wait a little. Okay, so I've added in my tomato sauce, and I just added the whole thing in there, mixed it up, and turned the heat off. As soon as I put it in, I just mix it one time, and then I turn the heat off because I don't want it to get too dry and too thick. I want it to be thick when it's in the oven. I'm just coming to check on the lasagna now, make sure that it's cooked. Yeah, this is fine, it's perfect. You don't want it to be too, you want it to be just al dente, a little bit, you know, half and cooked, but not too soggy because it's gonna go in the oven. So all my sheets is separated. Just make sure that, you know, you separate all your sheets. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to drain this, add some cold water on it to stop the boiling process, drain that also, and then just bring it back and put everything together. Okay, so all I did was I drained the first water off, and then I added some cold water, drained it off also, and this is it, the one pot, that's it. I'm going to put everything together now. Remember, my oven is already on. It's on 375. So now I'm going to put, remember I had 2 packs of cheese. I had 2 cheeses. So I'm just gonna use the first one. I might just use 1.5. It might be 1, it might not be much. So the first thing I do is I put the Alfredo sauce on the bottom. And then I put my my lasagna there, like so. A lot of times I don't even end up using the whole lasagna anyway. And then I'm gonna add the meat sauce. Make sure you spread it all over. I don't know if you can see inside. Yeah, okay, good. Then I add Alfredo there. Cheese. This is a triple cheddar cheese that I have here. And then I repeat until all my sauce is done, or I see that yeah, the first one I put 3 because I don't want it to be too overcrowded, and then going up now I just keep putting like 4 sheets each, and I repeat the same thing that I just did. And then I spread it all out with a spoon or what, like that. That's on the corners there. And then my Alfredo sauce. You're gonna be surprised when you taste this. You'll be like, what? Alfredo sauce in here? Not the other cheese. This is how I do it. Yeah, okay, so I've been doing this for over 10-15 years and everybody loves this. And then I'm gonna add another sheet. Oh, my gloves is already chopped. Anyway, we're almost done here. I think this will be my last because I don't like lasagna too dry. I like it when it's like... That's why as soon as I put the sauce, the tomato sauce and stuff, I turn it off because it's gonna cook in the oven anyway. And this is gonna go for like 15 to 20 minutes. It's not like a really quick cooking. No, because everything in here is already cooked. I don't cover it. No, I'm not gonna cover it with no. I'm just gonna put the cheese, everything else. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I have here some mozzarella. And there you have it. This is it. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna put it in the oven now for 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're gonna come back. Alrighty, 20 minutes later, and this is it. I'm going to cut this now and dig in. Whoa. Yummy, yum, 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 yum. Alrighty, this yumminess. Yummy, yumminess. I don't know if you can see it. Look at this yumminess. There you go. This is it. That's my lasagna with my Alfredo sauce.